Hey, this is me building and strategizing my 400k per year profit solo consulting business right in front of your eyes. And what you're watching right here is a daily video series that follows the exact same framework. So what I always do is that I start by answering your questions. This means that if you have any questions, then you can ask it down below in the comment section and then I'll answer it in tomorrow's video. Then I'm running through my business stats, which is basically just me transparently showing you all of my numbers, and I've done it for more than 3 months in a row now. Then a little bit about what I did today and what I'll do tomorrow. And then last but not least, I do some live strategy where I'm basically just fixing my own bottlenecks so that I can get to $1 million a year in personal profit, which is my ultimate goal with this business. So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the daily updates channel you're watching right now. So what I always do is that I head into community and then I find a comment that I haven't interacted with. So we make sure that it's sorted by newest. And then, for example, Espen here, good to see you, bro, hope you're doing well. Has asked me a question and I will answer. So he says, hey Fred, how would you go about helping a client make their offer/offers? Interesting. I'll read the context here, I would say. I'm about to sign a new client, Danish stress coach, but the problem is that she doesn't have an offer yet. She has no idea how she should structure it and how much to charge. On a call, she told me that she wanted to sell an hour coaching for 800 Danish, where I told her to package instead, for example, 4 months, 8 one-on-one calls, tech support for like 10,000 Danish. And that she thought that was a really good idea, but I don't know how to guide her more than that. She's really interested in my service and I feel pretty confident I can help her scale when she has something to sell. How should I help her create an offer for her ICP so we can start working together? Very interesting, bro, very interesting. So first of all, well done with getting the client, almost getting the client, right? So very nice. So I think there are 2 types of offers that you can create when you're creating it for a client, right? So like either they create an offer for their previous self. So it can be a fitness coach, it can be a guy that was like overweight and then became into shape, and then that person creates an offer based on their journey. And then what most agencies, consultants do is that they take a case study that they have, so like something that they've done for others, necessarily not themselves, and then they take the winning elements from it and then turn it into an offer, right? So I think in this case, she is without a doubt the expert, right, when it comes to stress. She's a stress coach. So I think what you want to ask her is like, what is the ideal outcome that people get from working with her? And like stress, I don't know much about stress, but I can imagine that stress shows up in many different aspects of life for different groups of people. So I think the first thing you want to do, bro, is like, who are we communicating to? So like which group of people? And then what problem are we solving? And what outcome are we bringing these people to? Because it's like, pay me for an hour of stress coaching. Nobody wants that. But it's like, pay me 10,000 Danish for 3 months where I will teach you to go from stressed out in your business and feeling overwhelmed and anxious about your task to effortlessly getting your to-do list done by mastering your stress levels. Then I'm like, where do I sign up, right? So I think, bro, what you want to do is that you definitely want to go away from the hours, like most consultants do that, don't do that, and then into a package. So you're already doing incredible here. So I think reverse engineer, bro. Find the audience that she's selling to, and then what problem you solve, what outcome that you want to get these people to, and then package it up into like a time frame. And anything in there, right, can be one-on-one coaching, text, it can be reviews of workloads, work blocks of like her seeing like, hey, how was your stress levels, yada yada. So there's a lot of things that you can do, which is pretty cool here. So the 2 main drivers to why people buy offers, right, is either an outcome that you can get, so like stress-free, or like hours and time with her, so proximity, right? So I hope that helps, bro. Turn it into like ideal client, problem, desired outcome. What does it take to solve that? And then start running it up. I think, I think that's the best answer I can give you, brother. Good stuff. Then we have Nico. Hey Fred, thank you for the series. It's awesome. I recognize your name, brother, from IG, I think. Or else this is going to be awkward. I'd love to get your take on going from 0 to 10k rev. Backstory, I'm a physical therapist. Then I'm correct. Physical therapist, trainer, helping runners overcome injuries with a unique mechanism. Pretty cool. My offer stack is Core product is a 12-week online training with free access to me and personalized training programs. Higher ticket is one-on-one training in clinic with me once a week, plus above mentioned also for 12 weeks. And the lower ticket is a standard program for a specific body part, ankle, knee, hip. Pretty cool. I've calculated that I need to bring in this amount of clients each month. One high ticket valued at 6k a month, Danish, which will come out to a total of like 18k for the 12 weeks. 4 mid ticket, 3k, 36k total. 6 time low ticket, 1,000, 6k total. Together roughly 10k in month number 4. Nice. Starting point is 1,100 followers on Instagram. Most of them are active runners brought in from organic and from an ad. Pretty good. Currently 1 client in mid-ticket, and I got a few successful case studies. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, back to my question. How would you go about it? I don't expect you to solve my business struggles here, by the way, but I figured I'd provide some context. Cheers, bro, from a former Holster bro. Hey, shout out. Shout out Holster bro, go to town. So I think, bro, foundation-wise looks pretty good. The offer stack is dialed in. You have case studies. You have a strong background as a physiotherapist. I would say the prices are pretty reasonable, also considering your time and training with you, and also the pain point that you solve. I like it. It seems like your audience is also good with 1,100 followers, so you've done something right by bringing like actual good people in. Pretty good. I think the main thing that I would focus on is reverse engineering how much it cost you, bro, and what effort it takes for you to get 1 client and then reverse engineer. So I know that you have a full-time job, and now that you also have 1 client, I'll probably allocate 3,000 to 4,000 Danish a month for an ad towards runners, and then I want to see how many followers and leads that ad can bring in. Message all the followers, bring them to calls, see how many calls show up, how many you close, and how much cash you collect. Because that's basically the cost per acquisition for you to get 1 client. And now that you have your sheet in order to get into 10k US a month, then you can basically just like reverse engineer. So if it takes you, let's say, 2,000 Danish to get a client at the mid ticket, then you just have to like reverse engineer to see how many people do you need and actually to get your goal. So I'd definitely say cost per acquisition with ads would be cool in your case here, also because you're busy with the full-time work. Then I would say polls and stories, and then have conversation with all your followers organically. I would probably actually do that before the ads, but this becomes a question about time and also urgency in a sense. So reach out to all organic followers, start ads, foundation looks good. I don't know these prices. I think they look good on paper, but I don't know if there's market fit. I don't know what's normal in the running offers and communities in terms of like pricing and length and these things. So that would be the only thing where I don't know, because I haven't worked with a runner yet. So I think, bro, that's what I would do. I'll just give you very clear actionable steps. Maximize your current audience, so like reach out to all the followers you have conversation, hear about their problems, bring them on for a call, get amazing feedback to why they follow you, what content they find interesting, and what pain points they have, just to get as much data as possible. Also ask them about what package they would enjoy the most. So like, is it the one-on-one? Is it the in-person? Is it the fact that you're a physiotherapist that makes you appealing? And then try to, of course, sell these people on something, one of the 3 tiers. Then once you've like made it through your organic audience, which will probably take a few weeks, then turn on ads with the goal in mind of getting followers. Reach out to all followers, find their pain points, invite for a call, run the ads until you get a cost per acquisition, because that is your cost short term of acquiring a customer. And then, of course, if it's profitable, turn up. If it's not ideal based on your rules and KPIs, I don't know those, then you basically just like tweak the messaging, tweak the creative based on the feedback you get. So I'd say that it's a pretty interesting period that you're entering here, bro. And this is what I would do. It's just about getting that over that initial bump. I would say 0 to 10k. There's like a middle ground called 5k. A lot of things becomes easier when you're making 5k a month, especially combined with also a full-time job, because you can start allocating 1,000 US a month to ads, which is where it gets pretty fun, at least with the health offers that I'm also already working on. So yeah, Nico, I wish you all the best, man. It seems like you got something great going. It's just about cracking the code here. So I wish you all the best, bro. Then we have Shame Scales. Hey man, love the videos. Question, do you recommend posting faceless reels that are edited on your agency's Instagram page with talking head videos for your own page? If you're a videography agency, bro, or content is a part of your strategy and branding, then I think it's an amazing way to like portray your quality of work. So 100%, bro. I, for example, own 33% of an agency for fitness coaches, and I want that to be a separate part outside of my face. So we will post a lot of like fitness, faceless content on that page to like make it stand alone. So yeah, it's a great way to show your work, also because we are pretty heavy on content for our clients, because content is a large part of the funnel and the ecosystem that I preach. So yeah, 100%, bro. Run it up, man. And then we have a question from Peter. Hey, bro, good to see you here. And hey, man, love to see the value in here. Thank you, bro. Question, what's your thoughts on CRMs? Do you prefer keeping it easy with a Google Sheet, or do you personally do anything else? Thanks. So my current business, I don't really use a CRM, mainly because I am not too focused on acquisition. It's just more like the people that want to work with me typically ends up working, and I don't want to keep following up and like be that guy, because I'm in a very fortunate position where I have wait list and so on. So I don't really spend a lot of time there. In my previous coaching business, it was built on volume, attention to lead, really making sure that we made as many dollars as possible out of every single lead, because the business needed that in order to like keep scaling and be profitable, you know. So we had a pretty heavy CRM system there, bro, and go high level. A lot of it like automated pipeline. It was like a custom build, because we were getting around, I would say, 60 to 100 leads a day with like 15 to 20 calls booked per day. So it was like extremely high volume, where it was really important that we had a really good pipeline and CRM for our setters, qualifiers, and closers. But yeah, I would say do it manually in the beginning. Once it starts becoming a headache for you, then you want to automate it through a software. And then once the software becomes too big of a hassle, then you want to get a head of operation to like help with the pipeline management. Typically a sales manager if it's front end. So yeah, bro, I hope you're crushing, brother. I hope you're crushing. That is it for the questions. Again, thank you so much for the questions. If you have any other questions, pop them. I'm a little bit speedy with the last part here today, because it's 10 p.m. I had a really long day, really productive day, and a lot of calls, and a really good day. But I'm also a little bit tired, not gonna lie. This is business stats, all right? So I track the growth of all of my social channels, and my daily updates is currently on 455, and my main YouTube channel is at 6492. So we head into the sheet, and then we just like drag and drop here. There we go. I zoom in so that you can actually see something, and here we have 6492. My Instagram is currently sitting on 2906. My daily updates is at 455. And yesterday, my business did 3.1K. 728 was from an agency client. So it was 242 for me, plus the 2375, which was the split pay that I got, 2617. Very nice. So 2617, and zero cost also yesterday. So for the month, we are currently at 25K in cash and 31K yesterday in revenue, it was actually a new client. I've been in full screen all time. The crazy work, by the way. Was actually a new client. So this means it is 242 plus 95. There we go. Yep. It was a new client. You're probably wondering, Fred, your full capacity? Yes, I am. But this was a client that I've been in contact with before, and who I basically just took payment from now, and we start on Friday. So it was like he really wanted to get going before 1st of September, because he's basically he's in transition between two things. So I was just like, let's just get going, to be honest, because I knew that he was going to start with me from way before. So this means that before this month and before shutting down, I had like a list of a few people where I was like, if they come and want to get started, then I have the capacity, and if not, then it's totally fine. So yeah, also because it's a guy that has actually I've been working with him, and now he works with me. So I'm really, really confident in the case too. And that's the cool part about like having the autonomy to just like, of course, make your own decisions in business, right? So 38K as of now, with 26K in cash. Very good, very good. Other than that, today my to-do list. So I had calls all day today from 12 until 7. Prior to that, I went for a walk. I wrote my program. I answered all clients. I did an IG post. Then calls, and then work, and now daily, and then to bed. So a pretty good day, not gonna lie. I had a really interesting for strategy. I'll probably just like run you through a call that I had today. I had a pretty cool call today with a guy that is also in my space. He's doing 6 figures a month, and I had a really good call with him about ads and like how he could use ads in his business. And I think like the majority of the time that I talk to people is like my clients, which is really cool. But it's also really, really cool to speak to some people that are like in around the same position as me, and a person that's also my friend. And then like it's just the importance of like keeping up with your network, because you get so sucked into your own clients and your own way of doing things that sometimes like getting other people's perspective on your business and them asking some questions, you're like, this was a good question. So shout out to this guy he's a good friend of mine that I spoke with today about ads. And yeah, so I think that's just what I wanted to leave you with, is that sometimes I get very busy and I'm like, I don't have time for network, I don't want to blah blah blah. But like every time I do a networking call with like people that I genuinely like speaking to, it's like it's always with a positive note to it, which I just need to remember sometimes, to like take care of people that isn't necessarily clients. So yeah, I wanted to leave you with that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see each other tomorrow.